Greetings happy coders, welcome to another video, and today we are rolling things back. As you can see, 2014, we are in AGD 4.6. Now why would we come back to this, you may well ask. Well, I have been updating AGDx quite recently, adding quite a few new features, and I know that some of the more experienced coders who've used this for a while were curious about whether they could convert their 4.6 games into AGDx, and of course it is possible. I've shown it on a couple of videos before, two different methods, one of which was easier than the other, but this one is absolutely the simplest method. All of the sort of messy work is done for you. It's a very simple 3-4 step process that you can follow, and very quickly, within a matter of minutes, your old 4.6 game will be in the most recent version of AGDx. So I'll show you how to do it. First of all, I'm using Andy Johns' debut game here, which is Ooze, and that was written on AGD 4.6. I think we used this one as an example before. So the first thing you do, you start in regular AGD 4.6 as you would do in your game. Go to the character set and choose Save Binary Data. Here you can see I've done an example, Ooze 4.6, and save it at 31232. That will be your start. 33536 will be the size of the file. Okay, so you've now saved off all the data from AGD 4.6 into a binary. We now need to switch over to AGDx 4.6. So let's do that now. And here we are in AGDx 4.6. Now this is not the main version of AGDx by any means. Basically Jonathan was very kind and he sent me the source code for AGD 4.6 so that I could add at least one of the features from AGDx, which is the data import and export option. So this basically allows us to save off the data in AGD 4.6 and then load it back into the current version of AGD, which means the game will be updated and ready with all of the additional editing features and so on. So if you want to resurrect one of your old games, this is how you do it. So as you can see, within AGD 4.6 we have the data menu, but before we do that, we go to the character set, we load the binary data, and we load that same binary data in at 31232, just like that. So now we have our game here running. It's still 4.6, it's the same engine, but it has this additional export option, which we're now going to take advantage of. So we'll start off, we'll go to Media, Tape, Clear. So we basically cleared a tape. This is using Fuse, and I certainly recommend it. So we'll go to Data and we'll press Tap Save. There we go. And you'll get a little message, very briefly flashes up. We have saved a tap. Now we go to Tape and we write, and we'll call it Ooze 46 tap, just like that. Okay, and essentially what that means is we've now saved off a data file. The code that I've written will actually convert the AGD 4.6 data into 4.7 data before it saves the tap. So that tap that has just been saved is now fully compatible with AGDx, the most recent version. So we'll now move over to that and I'll show you that it works. Okay, so here we are in AGDx 4.7 4.0a. So this one hasn't actually even been released yet. In fact, probably it's going to go up to OB because I've added some more features. So yeah, and this one includes, incidentally, the mask maker. So I can show you that as well. I'll give you a little preview of that on here as well. But to open the file, it's very straightforward. Firstly, we'll go to Media in Fuse, and we will open the tap that we saved. We go to Data, we press L for tap load, and as you can see here, the game has loaded correctly, and will run quite happily in here. And as I mentioned, I do have the mask maker running here, so I'll give you a little preview of that. So for example, if I wanted to say put a simple background in like this, for example, I mean it's not great, it's a little bit busy, isn't it? But it'll do, it'll demonstrate for the purposes. And as you can see, the sprite looks absolutely fine and will move quite happily behind the background. You can see this one's doing the same, this one as well. Obviously there's a little bit of color clash there, and we could then set about redesigning this level and adding backgrounds if we so chose to. Okay, so that's it. That's how you can load and convert from AGD 4.6 older games and put them into this latest version of AGD. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, happy coding. Thanks. Bye bye.